Hey there, it's Dr. Lloyd here at Adjust Clinic in Petaluma, California. I'm at my office in Petaluma at Lakeville Highway in McDowell, and today I'm going to talk to you about shocking truths about whiplash injuries in Petaluma that you might not know about. We're going to go over some of the symptoms in whiplash, how to best take care of it, but first, I am standing here at the corner of Lakeville Highway and McDowell Boulevard. And this is one of the busiest intersections in Petaluma, but it's not the deadliest or the most dangerous intersection. That belongs to other intersections in Petaluma, but Lakeville Highway is a big contender. Lakeville Highway is now known as Blood Alley. They used to call Highway 37 between Marin County and Vallejo Blood Alley, but since they divided that two-lane highway with a Jersey divider, they call Lakeville Highway now Blood Alley because of the accidents that happen here. At Lakeville McDowell, this is an extremely busy intersection. People are stopped here. Traffic is stopped and go. Traffic is very heavy. Thousands of cars go by here every day. And when you're at an intersection where you're traveling at a high rate of speed, like 55 miles per hour, like people do on this road, and then you come to a sudden stop at a stoplight, that's when trouble begins. Along with Lakeville Highway, we have other busy roads in Petaluma, such as Washington Boulevard. The intersection of Washington and Lakeville is, I think that's rated the #1 most dangerous intersection in Petaluma. Followed by that, if you go down Washington a little bit more, you have Washington and Sonoma Mountain Parkway. That's like the next major intersection as you're heading east. That's the second most dangerous intersection. And you've got other ones like Lakeville Highway and D Street. D Street heading into downtown. And some of those downtown intersections, those are not the most deadly intersections because they're such low speed, but they're busy. So you have a lot of pedestrian accidents, and also you have low speed whiplash injuries that affect soft tissue. And so when you have a rear end collision and you're driving in your car, there are some steps that you can take to make it safer for you. The first thing to do is to become vigilant about what is happening around you when you're driving. Be aware of the cars behind you and what they are doing. If you have to come to a sudden stop, and maybe you're at the stoplight over here at Lakeville Highway and McDowell Boulevard, look behind you, see what the car behind you is up to. If they're approaching you too fast, then you might need to wait for them to come closer to you and then move forward just a little bit as they recognize you and they start slowing down. As they approach too fast, and maybe you don't have enough room in front of you, you need to brace yourself. If you see that there's going to be a collision in your rearview mirror, recognize that the collision is about to happen and brace yourself so the muscles in your neck and back can take the collision and not the ligaments in your neck and back. It's far better to sacrifice the muscles in an injury compared to the ligaments. You don't want to sacrifice either of them, but if you had to, it'd be the muscles. The reason why: muscles heal a lot faster, a lot better than ligaments, and they're a lot easier to rehab than ligaments. Muscles are contractile elements. They've got a good blood supply. You can start to work the range of motion of your muscles a lot sooner than you can work the range of motion of torn and injured ligaments. Torn and injured ligaments cause instability in your neck, and instability leads to disability. The torn muscle, you can rehab that. You can do range of motion exercises for your neck. So, if you see a car coming at you in your rearview mirror, press your head against your head restraint, brace your muscles, and hold on tight. If they don't hit you, good. But if they do hit you, it's far better to be braced than not braced. Whiplash injuries are commonly known as neck injuries, causing neck pain that refers to the shoulders, and neck pain that can refer to the head, causing headaches. But a whiplash injury can cause other injuries in your body too. Well, like I said, headaches. The headaches might be from direct impact to your head, but most of the time, a headache after a whiplash injury comes from the upper neck. Injuries to the upper neck will refer pain to the head, causing cervicogenic headaches or trauma-induced headaches. And likewise, a whiplash injury, you might feel it more in your neck, but you're also going to feel it in your mid-back and your low back. When you're hit from behind, the seat back of your car presses into your thoracic spine, your mid-back. And that's like a giant spring that pushes up into your neck and pushes down into your low back, compressing your low back. So this can cause a low back injury too. During this violent interaction between two vehicles, hopefully it's a crush injury to your car and not a crush injury to you. The car, when it crumples, absorbs the impact, but when the part that does not get absorbed will create chaos within the passenger compartment. So other types of injuries and whiplash injuries include shoulder injuries where your shoulder directly impacts the inside of the car, like the car door, or a seatbelt injury where your seatbelt compresses your chest and you twist around the seatbelt, causing more shoulder injuries or mid-back injuries. Likewise, you can have a knee that can hit the dashboard of your car as you are pushed back and then forward again. You can have wrist injuries from holding onto the steering wheel. You can have ankle and knee injuries from pressing on the brake. And not to diminish or marginalize the impact of this, but whiplash injury is often associated with mild traumatic brain injuries too. Brain injuries from the load on your brain that compresses your brain tissue or does an axonal stretch on certain parts of the brain. So you need to have a competent doctor that will look out for that. If you're in Petaluma, you've been into a whiplash injury, maybe you've got some soft tissue injuries that were cleared of anything life-threatening, then our clinic, Adjust Clinic on Lakeville Highway in McDowell, is a good spot for you to come to. We'll do a thorough examination. We work with your attorneys to report in detail. We work with your attorney to treat on a lien, and we work with other providers such as the orthopedists who might need to look at your shoulder or knee. So I'm Dr. Lloyd, Adjust Clinic in Petaluma.